Hello, this is Rory with the Love Chat, and today's topic is short-term relationships. Now, this is video number 82. If you have a question you'd like for me to consider featuring on the Love Chat, please write it in a comment below. And if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe and hit like. Additionally, if you'd like extra videos every week and private live streams with me, please visit my Patreon, www.patreon.com/thelovechat. Now then, let's talk about short-term relationships. But before we go any further, I think it's important first that we define what exactly a short-term relationship is. And this is pretty much opinion. I personally think that a short-term relationship can be defined as anywhere between 1 to 4 months. After the 5-6 month mark, to me it begins to enter that sort of long-term mentality. And so while we're discussing short-term relationships and subsequently the ending of short-term relationships, we often wonder, well, what are the differences and how do I act if I am in a short-term situation where the person I was with just broke up with me? The first thing I want you to realize is that you don't want to be placing your feelings against someone else's idea of what you should feel. In other words, just because you were in a short-term relationship doesn't mean your feelings are not valid, right? Just because somebody broke up with you after 4 months does not mean that you are allowed to feel any less pain than somebody who's been broken up with after 5 or 6 years. It's all relative. And the fact that we fall in love about a month in, maybe a month and a half in, would suggest that you're with the person, you loved the person, and so it's okay to feel as if you had lost your love. In other words, sad, going through the stages of grief. Don't beat yourself up. It's okay. And to compound that, there's different forms of love that we feel as time goes on. And so when you are first beginning a relationship, you are having a fresh flood of the chemical oxytocin. And for the gentleman, you're also tackling some vasopressin. And together, during that puppy love stage, you're both experiencing an additional flood of a chemical called norepinephrine. And this is basically the thing that triggers those hormones to talk to your neurotransmitters, and basically it makes you feel the butterflies, just that amazing effect of being with somebody new and it's fresh and clean, and you just want to spend every waking minute with this person, and nothing they do ever bugs you, and all their interests are something you want to be interested in, and everything they touch turns to gold. It's that feeling that gets us so hooked. Now, as time goes on and the puppy love goes away and the norepinephrine begins to level out, you begin to feel this sense of, okay, this has been fun. I really like this person. They're still great. I still want to spend my time with them. And perhaps you might even be a little anxious, a little clingy, right? And they're beginning to realize outside of the stage of that puppy love, the problems, the complications. They let their guard down and they're showing their own problems or red flags or complications. And something happens and the relationship just ends and it dies off, and they decide, you know what? Sorry, I'd rather be without you than with you. This can be extremely painful, sometimes even more painful than a relationship you've been in for years, because you were just falling in love with this person. You were just getting yourself to that point of the passionate love that you feel in its short term, in its infancy. And so in a way it's more painful, and you might even be asking yourself, I've had relationships for years before this person. Why does this person hurt even more? And the answer is simply because you were just getting used to those chemicals in your brain. The norepinephrine, the oxytocin, the vasopressin. And this person walking away and having, basically the second you got addicted to these chemicals, having them all ripped away from you, is extremely painful. Now, over time, long-term relationships, your oxytocin levels out, right? For men, your testosterone levels out. And I can even use money as an example. If I knock on your door every day and give you $1,000 every day, and then one day I just stop coming, you're probably going to think, what the hell? Rory's supposed to be here today at noon giving me $1,000. This is ridiculous. This is unbelievable. And then you're dealing with the fallout of not having that thing in your life anymore. And so what do you do about it? Obviously, from listening to this channel and channels like it, you know that begging and pleading will not work. A handwritten letter will not work. Trying to be their friend will not work. And so you need to focus on you and let them know that you were really into them and you were really having a great time in the relationship, but you're not going to stick around and wait for them to come back. You're going to get up, you're going to dust yourself off, and you're going to say, hey, If you change your mind, give me a call, but I'm too high value of a person to accept what you've done to me and stick around and watch you eventually date somebody else. I was just beginning to fall in love with you, and I see a relationship with us as something that can be really healthy for both of us, but I need a partner who's able to communicate and to share with me these problems so we can work together for a common outcome that is mutually beneficial. I want a teammate. Screw that. I deserve a teammate who is on my side. If you decide that you can be that for me, great. Give me a call. If you can't be that for me, thanks but no thanks. Taking your power back is an amazing feeling, and it does help you heal quicker. For a lot of you going through heartbreak, and perhaps you've even been in no contact longer than the relationship itself, if they don't come back, you're going to get somebody better. And you need to remember to treat every breakup like a rehearsal for the final show. That's all I had for today. If you found my video helpful, I'd be very grateful if you'd subscribe and hit like. Please leave a comment below and tell me what topics you want me to cover in the future. Also, if you'd like to do a Skype or email coaching, be sure to visit thelovechat.net/coaching. Until next time.